Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is Wednesday evening, we are halfway through the week, the world is a happy place. And this evening I am making the tuna pasta thing from my £20 for the week budget. Now, what I have is I have some pasta boiling just now, which is why I'm doing the video just now. I have a bowl that's got frozen peas on the bottom and frozen peppers on top. So that's going to be going into the pot with the pasta and the chopped up fresh onion. And then they will just be getting cooked off slightly at the tail end of the pasta cooking. Then I'll mush up the tuna, mix it in with the pasta and the veggies, add a wee bit mayonnaise to bind it together, add some salt and pepper, and I'm done. And that is dinner tonight, and that is lunch tomorrow. So yeah, quite pleased about that. Now, as you know, I did not eat very well at the beginning of the week. However, I am back to normal today. So I had my toast for breakfast. I actually had some mushrooms that I had left over. So I had the mushrooms, they were actually frozen mushrooms. But I had mushrooms with some bread. So it was like mushrooms on toast, microwave the mushrooms. So that was lunch. Today I'm having that. So all in all, it's been pretty close to the budget. The only thing that's not been budgeted for today was the mushrooms. But as I say, if anyone's actually on a £20 a week food budget, they'll probably be able to supplement that from community fridges, from food banks, etc. So little bits, I don't mind. So what I've done, I was just under budget on Sunday when I did the shop from my store, and it was £17, 16p. Now what I've added to that is the onions, which I hadn't priced in, which are 95p, the bread, which was 75p. Now I have put in the cost of frozen mash because I had frozen mash out my freezer last night. Now that's £1.80, which takes me to £20.66. However, had I not been ill and at the shop, I would have bought a bag of potatoes, which would only have been like £1. So £1.80 versus £1 for the potatoes. So it's still within budget. It's just I didn't have the wherewithal to go to the shops at the time. So that is actually doing not too bad. Now I can understand what people are saying in that Cam, there's not a lot of veg in there, and there's not in the shopping. As some of you have noticed, yeah, it's not one of my crazy things. I'm not overly crazy on fruit and veg, probably due to my upbringing. Wasn't the biggest things in our food arsenal, shall we say. And also to keep fresh stuff is, I need to go to the shops every couple of days or freeze it. So I've got frozen veg, as you can see, I've got the peas, I've got the peppers, they're getting done. So yeah, we try our best. We're not very good at it, but what I'm hoping for is as we get this £20 budget going, we will be able to not have to spend as much, because this week we spent on 2 kilos of sugar. I don't have to buy sugar for a while. And actually I've got this 2 kilo bag here. I'm not even going to try and lift up with one hand, which I'm just going to leave sitting there. And as I fill up my canister for the tea and that, we can watch and see how long it lasts. I'm not going to put it in the big tub. So that, I think, is going to be really interesting to see as we go, because remember, I've still got 2 portions of meatballs, a portions of creamy turkey. I've still got rice frozen. And now I've bought frozen peas. I got the oats. I've got the sugar. I've got the Bisto. So starting from basically nothing last week, we're now starting to build a pantry. And as I do this, so as I say, I don't need to buy sugar for a while. I don't need to buy Bisto. I don't need to buy frozen peas for a while. Do you know? So that means that we could actually get some fresh fruit and veg. That would obviously mean having to go to Asda, because I'm not paying full price unless I have to. That would mean going to Asda and see what they've got reduced, because Lidl's don't really have any fruit or veg reduced, unless it's in the box, and you can't always guarantee that. But Sunday mornings in Asda, they've normally got fruit and veg. So that, I think, is probably going to be a shout this week, that we'll go and we'll see if we can't, because it's all very well with the £20 budget saying, oh yes, this is what I got. Do you know, my first week was actually not a bad shop. This week, because I had to take it out the store cupboard, was a really rubbish shop. Also because I bought Bisto and sugar and stuff. Next week, I think, is going to be a really, really good shop. I think we're going to be able to get extra bits, like fresh fruit and veg or something, you know, and all those little bits are good. But also what I want to do is I want to get a spare packet of pasta. I want to get a spare packet of rice so that I don't have to budget for them again. They can just keep being topped up every so often. So yeah, things like that is where I'm looking to go with this. Because, as I say, there are people who are probably living on less than this. But if we can work out what it is and how it can be done, then we can work out, if nothing else, that if you keep watching the adverts, we can then make a difference in different places. And it means that we can do the food bank donations better. Find out what would be more useful. I mean, I've always just put in the more expensive things that I can find, you know, like your tinned meats and things like that. But actually, that might not be what people are looking for. People might prefer a bag of pasta to stock up just in case. Who knows? You know, so, or it could be that, yes, the food bank is giving out the tins of meat, but it needs more pasta because it wants to give people 2 bags so they've got one stashed. I don't know how it works, but I will be finding that out before I'm doing donatings. So yeah, this is the cunning plan. As I say, my pasta is cooking and it's almost done now. So I am going to go and make my tuna pasta thing, and I will catch you later.